Hey guys, we're gonna change that crazy transmission heat shield that's been rattling under my truck for months. I finally got a good day and I got the part, so let's get that done today. Should only be 3 fasteners, should be real fast. But we're gonna borrow Papa Kyle's lift and try to knock it out, make it a little easier. All right guys, so right inside this box is my replacement heat shield for Silva, the marvelous Silverado. Let's get into this box, see what we got here. Hopefully it's the right part because I've ordered this a couple months ago and it's just been too busy for me to actually get it in. It's been an insane start to the year. I don't know about you guys, but this will hopefully relieve my little rattle that I've got on Silva. I've got a really bad heat shield, and so this should take care of it. Let's see if we can get into this box. Yeah, here we go. Easy peasy. Broke a rule of knifing right there. Never cut towards yourself, children. There it is. This has three places that it connects to the truck. One of them's up here, one of them's right here, and then one of them's right here. So Silva's is broke here and here. So let's get this new piece installed. I'll probably pull off these stickers and then get the truck in here and get it up on the lift and get it installed. You don't have to have a lift to get this installed, but lifts help, and I've got access to one, so I'm going to use it. Oh, I forgot to say, it's made in Korea. So my truck is, it was assembled in Mexico. Didn't know that when I bought it. Didn't know all the little intricacies of manufacturing that I know now. This one's labeled made in Korea. Let's see if it holds up better than the one they put on it from the factory. All right guys, so y'all can probably remember from the loose heat shield video where I found it. There's this middle fastener. It's literally tore out the center of the hole, and then there's a fastener back here. Focus in on it right there. So that one's got to go, and then there's one up here that might be a little bit of a pain to get because it's on top. It's a 10, number 10, and we're probably going to have to use this. The clearances are just pretty tight under here, and I left my ratcheting wrenches over at my garage, my carport, so I will probably run over there and grab it to make this job a little easier. All right guys, so here's what we're looking at. This is the one that was broke, and this side completely ripped the center out of it. There's no support in the middle. I wish I could say that the new one feels thicker, but it doesn't. It feels exactly the same. So we're gonna get this new one on. This top one's a pain. To get this, I had to contort myself basically against the side of the exhaust, and it's going to be impossible to do this job without letting the exhaust cool down to nothing more than warm to the touch. So, yep. And so, any heat left in the exhaust system is going to cause you problems. So let the truck cool down. And so I'm going to go ahead and get this new heat shield put on, and hopefully this fixes our rattle for a little while. Okay guys, I want to show you why the side tears out. This little itty bitty nut with a washer built into it. It's like flare head. I don't know what the proper term is. That goes down in this little piece of sheet metal. That's it. There's no additional support. So I'm actually thinking about grabbing another washer and chunking it on there if I can find one that's a little bigger, just to try to give it a little bit extra support. Because I think this one probably tore out first, and that probably caused this one to fail. So you can see it in this. That one tore out, and then I think that led to this one failing. And the top wasn't far away. You can see how the cracks progressing already on this. So wouldn't have been long and this would have been a projectile on the interstate. All right, let's get this new one in. Guys, once you get your bolt started, it's a million repetitions of this right here. A 10mm ratcheting wrench is essential. I don't know how you could do this without a ratcheting wrench.
Painfully and very slowly.
Yeah.
It's like one bolt's always an evil virus from Satan.
All right, guys, so here's that middle bolt. I did find a bigger washer, which I hope will save this heat shield. I think that it tore out from the middle first and then worked its way back, but yeah, who knows. This top one is a pain. I don't know how you can do it without without a 10mm ratcheting wrench. And then this back one is done too. Not sure if y'all can see it, but overall it's not too bad. This is helpful with the lift, but you really need to let this exhaust system cool. Otherwise you're gonna roast yourself, like really roast yourself. So anyway, heat shield's fixed, no more rattle. So we'll get this thing off the lift and you know, do a little review. Other than the lift, the tools you're gonna need pretty much is just a 10mm. If your back heat shield's not broken off completely, if it is broken off completely, you're gonna need the 13mm as well. The reason being is this thing's just gonna spin. This is the back mount and it just sheared off. You can see, just sheared itself off. I think we had it done in about 20 minutes. It's not a bad job. It's just a lot of ratcheting. And I think Jonathan caught a little bit of that, so we'll try to add that in. Just be prepared to do that a billion times. Overall, let's get Silva down, and I think this job's done. But I did want to give you guys a walk around and show you all the stuff. Silva just crossed 72,000 miles or 70,000 miles, and so let's see. I wanted to show you, kind of do like a 70,000 mile review, and we're going to add that into it in the middle of it. So let's check it out. Let's start it up, Jonathan, and see how it sounds without a rattle. I can't, that's a lot quieter. That thing was really rattling. All right, guys, so this is 70,000 miles with Silva, and you have watched me repair the second thing that's went wrong with it. We just got that heat shield replaced. That was literally the second thing that's gone wrong with it. The only other thing that's gone wrong with it is the debacle that we had with the fuel injector 600 miles from home. Other than that, I'll try to link to those videos here, because there was the first video where I was kind of upset and made a long rambling video, and then there was another video where I talked about Silva being home. Arguably one of my best edited videos. Some folks have told me that, so that second video, I encourage you to watch that too. But Silva overall at 70,000 miles, she's holding up good. Let's take a look at it so you can stop looking and having to look at my ugly mug. This is the back end of Silva. We had a damage. This tailgate's been repaired because it got damaged by Camping World. And they fixed it. You know, I had video footage of it. They were the ones who damaged it, but they took care of it, so kudos to them for that. But other than that, there's been nothing wrong with the back end of it. The hitch still hauls around my 13, right at 1,250 pounds of tongue weight. Does a great job. Jonathan bought me some black custom and black Silverado letters, and we've got to put those on. I love the stripes on the back of the tailgate because I'm a Christian, and from a distance it actually looks like a cross is on the back of the tailgate. So that's one reason I didn't pull the stripes off. Whenever I bought it, I went to look at it, they didn't have the stripes on it, so they custom added that. This is just a nice little perk for me. Gator cover's still doing great. I have no complaints about it. It's been on the truck basically since we bought it, and it's holding up great. I highly recommend the Gator cover, or you know, a similar cover. Got the last fit, LEDs and the backup lights. Otherwise, everything's working great. There's no complaints about this side of the truck. This is arguably the best looking side of the truck because the other side's got some scrapes on it. I put some Weston side steps on it. They're holding up just fine. I do see a little bit of rust on the back side of them whenever I'm looking at them. Something hit the truck in a parking lot or somewhere. I've talked about this before, but it gouged up the aluminum door a little bit, but doesn't really bother me too much now. It's just getting to be an old truck. It's winter time here. Jonathan bought me black letters here, so we're going to replace the silver ones with the blacked out ones a little bit later this year. There's really not a lot to talk about. Oh yeah, I've got the Nitto Recon Grappler tires on it. It's doing good. They're wearing like iron, like I expected them to. They're LTEs and a half-ton truck. It'll be a while till they wear out. I've got to put in the last fit LEDs because I've got the low beams, but I got the high beams that I need to put in, but the low beams are there. One thing that's completely my fault, as pointed out by many reviewers, is the few little dings that I've got on the front. Not much to complain about, just a few little dings, but that's my fault. I should have put a protective film on it. But the front stripes, I'm going to replace these a little bit later this spring because they're getting old and they're just starting to show some signs of wearing out a little bit. So I'll get those replaced. You can see they're kind of fading up there. I don't know if there's any treatment I could put on them to bring them back to life a little bit, but I'll probably just pay someone to replace them. Super easy. It's been a pretty hard winter here in Tennessee, so she's not really been cleaned up a whole bunch. On the inside, I'll just talk a little bit about the inside. Inside's holding up overall very well. It's filthy, so please forgive me for showing you my filthy truck. But basically, the seats are fine at 70,000 miles. No problems. The console's holding up. I put my elbow right here all the time, and it's doing fine. The only place where I can find any noticeable wear on the inside is just the steering wheel. So the steering wheel is gouged up and it's wearing out. So still got to find me a cover that I don't think is too gaudy or awful to put on it. Otherwise, it's doing great. The Prodigy P2 brake controller still doing okay. I would prefer not to have the knee knocker like this one. They make one that would fit completely behind the dash and go here, but this one's here and it does okay. The front seat's doing good. These are the last fit liners that Last Fit sent me. Yeah, I got trash in my truck. Yeah, you'll have to forgive me. But basically, they're great. They've held up very well. I have not cleaned them, not one time, since I put them in, and I will link to that video right here. So, Last Fit, if you watch, these liners are doing great. I really like them. They're holding up very well. In the back seat, again, just I use my truck. So there's the snap and zap tow mirrors that I use. I needed to haul some books to the used bookstore to try to trade in or whatever, and so that's where those are. Those are my Bibles that managed to not get inside the house, so they're here. And let's see, Last Fit liners in the back, they're filthy. They haven't been cleaned since the fall because we've had a horrible winter, and the seats are still holding up well. Got people in them all the time. 70,000 miles, and the truck, is still really, really nice, other than I use it all the time and don't spend enough time cleaning it. So I hope you guys got something out of that. Two little things with the 2.7 liter, other than just regular maintenance, it's held up very well, and I anticipate another successful year of towing with it and using it basically as my everything truck. I do want to do something to it, and I mentioned this last year. I'm really close to doing it again. Since I kind of went through this thing where I thought really hard about getting a 3/4 ton truck, but I decided against it. I really love this truck. And so what I'm thinking about doing is putting in a fifth wheel rail system. And the reason being is well, y'all just have to hold on for that. But really, no, I can tell you. What I'd like to do is I would like to get a car hauler basically for the channel, because I got projects that we want to build. I want to be able to go get projects, fix them up, sell them, that sort of thing. And I need a car hauler. And I need I've got the, you know, the hitch. I can haul stuff with it, but I'd really like to have a gooseneck. And so just a little lightweight gooseneck that I can haul cars on and that sort of thing. So if we do that, we'll make a video of the installation of the fifth wheel rails, and then we'll go from there. But anyway, if you guys got any questions, let me know down in the comments, and we'll see you guys a little bit later. Thank you guys for watching.